Hello everyone, this is Dan again. Hey, we actually are moving through the Christmas season. It's hard to believe that we've already went to Christmas Eve and act services. We have Christmas Day and we had the Sunday after Christmas. So we didn't have a lesson plan I did last week, but we'll go ahead and start this week by going on and saying we're starting off with Mary and Joseph having to travel to Bethlehem because Joseph was part of the family of David. Jesus was born, and they laid him in a manger since there was no room in the inn. Of course, then we had the angels on high. Angels appeared to the shepherds in the nearby fields, telling them about the birth of Jesus. They hurried to Bethlehem and found Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus. Our story begins today with more visitors who want to meet Jesus as well. Imagine if you look at the picture, we can imagine, we can tell who was coming this time around. So let's go and start to our story, and we're going to talk about Follow That Star. In the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born, Bethlehem of Judea, wise men of the east came to Jerusalem asking, "Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews? For we observed his star at his rising, and has come to pay him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was frightened, and all Jerusalem with him. And calling together all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired them where the Messiah was to be born. He told them, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it has been written by the prophet. And you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, are by no means least among the rulers of Judea. For from you shall come a ruler who is a shepherd, who is to shepherd my people Israel." Excuse me. Then Herod secretly called the wise men and learned from them the exact time when the star had appeared. Then he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring me word so I may also go and pay him homage." When they have heard the king, they set out, and there ahead of them went the star that they had seen at its rising, until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. On entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they knelt down and paid him homage. Then, opening their treasure chests, they offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road. That's our story for tonight. So we're talking about the three kings. Many people would classify this as Epiphany Sunday. So that's actually Epiphany, or as it says, the Three Kings Day is also called the Feast of Epiphany. So let's go ahead and have a few questions. Let's see, what does it say here? Now, just imagine at night using a star to guide your way. Well, many people would say that if you were looking to go north, you find the North Star and follow the North Star north. Thinking about the kings or the wise men, they see a star and they follow the star. What would you think if you started seeing a star moving forward against you and you're saying, "Let's go follow it"? What do you think? You think it might be an airplane, maybe it's a satellite, but then again, they're usually gone time you actually start chasing after them. I wonder how Mary felt when the wise men gave Jesus gifts. Not every day that you have somebody knock at your door and come in there and say, "Hey, I have gifts and your son is going to be a great savior." So I have to say, I would think it kind of strange if my parents saw that come in there. What do you think? Your parents might think that might be a little strange? So, whom would you travel a long way to see? Think about it. Would it be a hero? Maybe something that you're really looking forward to seeing? Maybe you want to go see somebody in a concert or something. Would you travel a long distance? And who would that be? Think about it. All right. So, that's our story and some questions that you can think about. So we're going to go open up our book here in our Spotlight book. Why don't you go ahead and turn to page 12. we're going to talk about in page 12 here, the Three Kings. Now it says here, January 6th is celebrated as Three Kings Day throughout the world. This is a day to remember the wise men who brought gifts to Jesus. Three Kings Day is also the Feast of Epiphany. Three Kings Day is a day of celebration. Now it goes on to say in Puerto Rico, some children put a box of hay under the beds the night before Three Kings Day to feed the wise men's camel. In return, the wise men leave gifts for the children. Kind of sounds like Santa Claus a little bit there, hey? In Portugal, Three Kings Day is a day for plays and parties for children. Many people participate in traditional dances and sing carols. In Germany, groups of children and young people dress up as the wise men on Three Kings Day and go from house to house singing songs and collecting donations for charity. In southern India, many Christians celebrate the Feast of the Three Kings. 3 boys are chosen to dress up like kings and ride through the town on horses. Of course, in the many places, they have what they classify as king cakes. A king cake is a traditional treat that many people eat on Three Kings Day. Each country has a special way of preparing this cake. And most king cakes have something hidden somewhere inside: a bean, an almond, a coin, a tiny baby Jesus, and another small trinket. The person who ends up with a tiny treasure gets to be king for the day. Well, I have to say, when I was down in the station down in Mississippi with the military, we actually, along with Louisiana and that area in New Orleans, we actually experienced that, had an opportunity with king cakes there. And they had the baby Jesus inside the cake. So when you cut the cake, their tradition down there was whoever found the baby got to buy the next king cake. So that was kind of a good thing. We continued to eat cake quite a bit, apparently. And so that was certainly how that worked. So now we're going to turn to page 19 in our books here. So, Be a Blessing is the title of the page here. A blessing is a gift given by God to a person or people. Where we bless people, we are asking God to give a gift to that person. This kind of gift isn't something that can be held, but instead is something like happiness, love, good health, or comfort. When Jesus blessed children, we don't know what words Jesus said to them. Maybe he used words similar to these found in the Bible. If you go to Psalms 24, may God do what you want most, and let all go well for you. Ugh, that was tongue-tied. All right, then we go on to Numbers here, 6:24 through 26. I pray that Lord will bless and protect you, and that the Lord will show you mercy and kindness. May the Lord be kind to you and give you peace. It sounds kind of like the benediction that we use quite often. Of course, we come down to John 3 John 1:2. Dear friend, I pray that all goes well for you. And then we have Jude 1:2. I pray that God will greatly bless you with kindness, peace, and love. And then the last one on this page, Psalms 34:8. Oh, taste and see that Lord is good. Happy are those who take refuge in the Lord. So on the bottom here it says, what words of blessing might you write for a young child? For an elderly neighbor, or for a good friend, or for someone who is hurting. Write some of those words of blessing below. So going on, we wanted to talk about, we've gone through our various different characters for our Christmas or our nativity. We talked about the temple priests, then we talked about our shepherds, and now we're going to be talking about, on the bottom of page 23, Magi. The word Magi has several meanings. It can mean wise person, astrologer, and someone who studies the stars. The Magi who followed the star probably came from a region east of the Roman Empire. They may have come from the Parthian Empire, a region known for its astronomers, or from Arabia, where frankincense and myrrh are found. Even though the Magi are often included in the nativity scenes, they probably did not visit Jesus and his family until Jesus was about 2 years old. Wow, think about that. We certainly can't put him next to the baby's manger in that situation, can we? So, let's go ahead and turn to page 30 here. We have an exercise over here. So, what is frankincense and myrrh? So, the Magi honored Jesus with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Frankincense and myrrh were made of the sap of a boswellia and a commiphora trees. These substances are used as medicine to heal wounds or sores, and they could also be burned to purify air and make it smell good. Today, frankincense and myrrh are used in essential oils. Myrrh is used in some kinds of toothpaste. Well, there are many different types of spice. If you go around and you certainly say, did you know cumin was made of the seeds of a plant from India? Cumin would be more, you can think about that as like with chili spice. Cinnamon is the bark from a tree that grows in Sri Lanka and Vietnam. Something I didn't even know. Cloves are flower buds from trees found in Indonesia. Paprika is made from dried red peppers, both sweet and spicy. Turmeric is made from the roots of a plant found in South and Southeast Asia. Wow. So there's an exercise if you want to take some time and maybe you can do this. Use different kinds of spice powders to create a visual or a fragrant work of art. And so if you read the instructions, you can certainly follow that, and maybe you can try that at home. Certainly something that don't make a mess, okay? Right. I think your mother and father probably said that, right? Okay, that's our story for tonight. I certainly want to end it with a quick poem from Unto a Child is Born. This is a pamphlet that I picked up at the church. It says the title of the poem is Faith as the Wise Men. Lord, give us faith as a wise man who, led by a bright shining star, followed its light to Jesus, to Christ's child. They journeyed in faith from afar. They knew this child was the Savior. So onward they trod, traveling long. Turning back never, though weary, they found new strength, faith, and song. Give to us this kind of faith, Lord, a passion for seeking our King, that we may know him more fully. Our hearts be the gift that we bring. Keep us on course like the wise men, lest worldly temptations distract. Oh, wonder, star of wonder, keep shining, lead us, for we've need to go back, to seek again this Christmas the Redeemer sent from above. With adoration we'll worship God's gift of unspeakable love. Lord, give us faith as the wise men. So in us glow others see, a trusting faith in the Savior, our lives a reflection of Thee. And that was actually written by Beverly J. Anderson. I hope you have a wonderful New Year, and we certainly look forward to seeing you again, and you have a wonderful week. Stay safe and healthy. Bye.